I remember reading the invitation with curiosity and a familiar tightening. Here we go again, I thought. Another road to nowhere. I'd been randomly selected to join a citizens' assembly, a microcosm of Auroville's experiment in divine anarchy. 24 of us, each given 1 year of maintenance, but no unit, no job description, just 2 instructions. 1, follow your bliss, and 2, manifest human unity. Okay. It was called a future lab, but most called it crazy or naive. The first weeks were anticlimactic. We sat together for what seemed like months. So many rounds of introductions, check-ins, meditations, tea. A few tentative ideas, but no grand plans, no breakthroughs. Honestly, it was pretty frustrating. Mostly, we just noticed things. What pulled us back into our normal lives, and what emerged when we didn't have to do anything. One well-known participant spoke about releasing a role they'd carried for years, and how they were sleeping more soundly. Another quietly started to pick up trash wherever they went. And one woman, very shy, took a risk and offered to host a potluck dinner. We stayed long after dessert. We talked about families, and about old friends who no longer greet each other. We all kept journals. At first, we only shared bits with each other. Later, hesitantly, in public forums. It was terrifying. We didn't sound enlightened. We were confused, sometimes embarrassed, but also honest. I remember standing in line at the solar kitchen when a stranger joked about my year-long holiday. I laughed, but later, I wrote about the fear it stirred, of being a freeloader, a fraud, someone pretending to do important work while others carried the weight. Others wrote about unexpected grief, tenderness, boredom, the desire to quit. Community members took pity on us, stopping us on paths to ask how we're doing. Some went deeper and asked how we're really doing. Around 3 months in, practices began to appear. I volunteered to be our first vibes watcher, not to lead, but to notice patterns without blame. When I named that a few of us, mostly Western men, were speaking much more than others, things got a bit tense. So we invited a facilitator, not to fix us, but to slow us down, to help us listen, especially to those who felt invisible. Something shifted. That process rippled outward, opening wider conversations the community had long avoided. Near the end of our year, we made a few proposals, but the biggest learning wasn't a proposal. It was a feeling, a fragile, glimmering hope that maybe we could transcend our differences by imagining our future together. The ending felt more like a beginning, or maybe a remembering, that divine anarchy doesn't mean the absence of structure, but structure that allows inner authority, and that order needs freedom to evolve, and that both order and freedom can learn to dance without collapsing into control or chaos. The Future Lab didn't resolve our differences. It helped us learn how to hold them without distancing from the issues or each other. With enough safety, time, and faith, we learned to listen, not to agree, but to what was trying to emerge through us.